Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episode, we managed to clear out the border over here. So now we've got a fairly good relations with our neighbor to the west. We've got actually 60. And then, of course, to the east, we also got a 100. And then to the northeast, we got 75. So we actually are doing fairly good diplomatically speaking. And eventually, we might be able to do some more with that. Actually, let's have a look. Majors, there's the ask for help. We can gift, we could do a war, but I don't want to do... Oh. I could try doing this scientific cooperation. Difficulty, oh yeah, that's actually going to be pretty much guaranteed then. Well, that went through. And then trade, I believe we got that already with everyone, so there's not going to be necessarily that much in there that we need to worry about. There we go, so we got that. The population is, well, actually, is it growing right now? Also, for the next level, we need to get to 100,000 populace. Or population, which is going to be quite a bit. Now, we've still got the troops over here in the mountains. They've dug in as well as they can. They've already regular inexperienced. So let's head to the next round. We did do most of this stuff last time that we needed for this round, so we can have a look what's going to happen next. Oh, attacked in the mountains again. We killed 400. That's quite impressive. And yeah, the crisis of passion is pretty high in there. Oh, there we go. High velocity gun. That's unlocked. And Soldier 3 has been unlocked. With the padded armor. There we go. That helps. Right. National budget. Okay, we're going to have to do a bit of changes in here. I'm going to keep the Supreme Command at 30% at least. I think the Air Force research doesn't need too much. I know that the person in charge of that is probably going to be very upset about it, but oh well. The interior could probably be about 10%. I think model design at 15% will probably do, and then these two at 20.
Aye, aye, sir.
Yeah, ooh. Someone got a little bit upset there. 107.13, where the heck is that? All the way there, that's a little bit far away. I'm going to refuse that one. And then Interior Council, I think that's... I don't think we actually need the tariffs too much. The human resource is probably going to be fairly useful, so we'll keep that at... I suppose we can actually just put it all to 30%. Except the tariff. Right, military research. We could get the high-speed machine gun. Would be rather handy, especially for the armored personnel carrier. That could be really good. Gore small arms would also be probably quite handy, but we're going to go with the high-speed machine gun. That's the one that we discovered earlier. And now, artillery. Let's start development, shall we? So, let's see. The options are 25mm howitzer. That's not a huge amount. Then 40, 60, 88, 105, 150, 180, 240. And the problem is, of course, I think, let's see, there's an increase of 100 firepower between these two. But it takes a lot more ammo. And it's quite a bit heavier. Whereas over here is also 100. I think we might actually just go with the 60mm howitzer guns. Actually, let's see. We can put in the Pada Envire suit. It may not be very effective, but I should suspect that it will at least help a little bit. Plundering in Spike. In Spike, the people are out of control and shops have been plundered. Public services and assets are under siege. It's almost a war zone out there on the streets. We can either send in the troops to punish these anarchists, or we can interrogate plunderers to find the ringleader. It's relatively high difficulty, so it's most likely not going to work. I think we're going to have to send in the troops.
Yes,
50 unrest, 20 fear, we lost 100 troops. And security assets managed to avoid losing levels. 100 plunderers were killed. Okay, so not exactly ideal, but we tried. We definitely tried. Now, let's have a look at the replacement troops then. Did we have... Oh, we need to get some more ice by the looks of it. Or water. Right, so the Soldier 3s, I'm going to get at least one... Oh, hold on a minute. So the weight on this is less. Right, because these use the... Was it the gas rifles? Yeah, gas-powered carbine, which reduces the ammo consumption greatly. And actually, we should probably go and do a bit of management over here in the models, especially in terms of infantry. So that will, the quality, we'll put that a high-quality one. The first ones could potentially be considered obsolete at this point, to be fair. So, unfortunately, only the soldiers have had field testing right now. Any significant amount, anyway. We'll get some replacement troops. At least 100. And then we'll be using the best ones available most of the time, I reckon. There we go, we're getting into the mountains here. We could get this machine gun near Volkov, actually. It might be getting a bit far away from the headquarters, but I think that's going to be a risk that I'm willing to take. And then we can get these in here. We can't... Well, actually, no, we could do the range attack with this, right? Yeah. Let's see if 30 artillery pieces will deal any damage. I mean, it's already 2 hits. That one already backed out. Ooh, 4 hits.
Affirmative.
Okay, so not quite enough. But we're slowly making some damage in there on the enemies. And we did get the trucks, so all the truck station in here. It's probably not going to be quite sufficient yet in terms of providing the resource. We should probably go ahead and extend the road over here, though. So all of that is at least under control. We'll go ahead and extend a little bit down this way. And we've got the recon that we could bring back in here. We don't really have that intel on Culmaine, though. So that's going to be a bit of a problem, I reckon. I wonder if our neighbor over here is trying to go around the north. Oh, right, yeah, there's the howitzer. Right, I forgot about that one. There's also the volcano over there, which can be quite useful in the long run. But yeah, I suppose, do we have... Right, there is a water in there. How much would it cost to build the one? Because water is starting to run very low currently. So mining, ice mining facility. That's going to be 2 machines. That's going to be quite a bit of construction. But it's not too bad in terms of resources. It's going to be 20 energy, which might mean that we'll start looting a tiny bit. But I think we should be fine for a good while. We could always build another solar panel or something. So we'll get the ice mining facility in here.
Yes,
it's going to be a lot of logistics going down here. But luckily, it's right next to the city, so the distance is small. That will definitely help already. I suppose we do need to get the machinery for that.
Affirmative.
And now that we've got all the trucks, that's probably going to be helping with the logistics quite a bit for next round. So what are we doing in... Ah, right, so we're losing a lot of money. I suppose we have been hiring a lot of workers recently, so that's part of the reason, I reckon. We could... do we actually have option for increasing taxes yet? Oh, we got the extra credits that we could do. But that seems like a potential disaster waiting to happen. We could send a few more spies. We can send in one more over here into Otto Howitzer. And then maybe... We don't have a full-on information over there, so let's send in one to the northeast. From our northern areas here. And then to the south, we already got 2 spies there. 2 over there, that's got 2. 1 over here. That's got 2. That's got 2. That's got 1. So let's send in another one over there. Slowly getting a bit more intel on the planet itself. Now, let's actually have a look. Do we have... right, that's a reserve pool member. Secretary is a little bit upset. Maybe we can do something about that. Try to give a gift, but I don't think we have the money, really, for that. So, no. I think we're going to have to just wait and see. Yeah, so we've got the artillery bombardment in there. We've still got our troops guarding the future harbour over there. And over here we've got still 2 units guarding the entry. I think the enemies, or the neighbour over here, is also keeping some of their troops. Oh, they've got an airbase already. Oh. We do not. We'll get there eventually. I mean, I suppose we are already researching the... Oh, wait, no. Researching the propeller. That's at 20% done. We're not going to be getting the air stuff all that quickly, mind you, but we'll be getting that eventually. And then the ammunition factory, that's 27% done. We have increased the bureaucracy point production a little bit. Political points, not a huge amount. And yeah, the credits are going down. We still have fairly low income tax. We can't even get a sales tax or anything right now, which is a bit of a problem. Right, well, let's get to the next round, shall we? It looks like our eastern neighbor is extending quite a bit. And we did at least destroy another 100 infantry. Ooh, efficiency goals, there we go. And, Apollo C started an auction. Right, so we could... measures crashes reached 66 points. There's only a 4-point increase, so that's probably doable. New organization. We could try and get the foreign affairs. That would allow us maybe to do a bit more work with our neighbors here. Appliance science could be also kind of handy. Staff council would allow us to modify our units like the formations. And Secret Service would be more... I think we want to go with the Staff Council, actually. That will be somewhat useful. Then the stock auction, I'm just going to bid the minimum amount. I don't know if anyone else is going to be trading with them. Scientific exchange. Ambassador Paisanas proposes we engage in scientific exchange. So what does that actually mean? Well, we got the agreement with them already. So I suppose that's fine. Right, do we have... Yes, we've got this one over here, ready to move in. And looks like the... Well, actually, the trucks haven't really managed to get off on the roads yet. I think we are fixing some of that, so... Oh, yeah, they are definitely kind of closing off our access to the northeast. At least we are friendly with them. I don't know if they are fighting one another here, though. I think they might be. And thus they are clearing out a lot of the area. Well, I suppose that's fair. Right, so our recon units over here took a bit of fighting, but they seem to do quite nicely. We've still got the infantry over here with some militia, or rather militia with some infantry. Go ahead and clear out a bit more of this. So they're also cutting me off in the south. Now, to be fair, I didn't want to go too far out there yet. We'll be able to fight them off eventually. It's just right now trying to set up everything in such a way that we can hold our ground and also build a strong economy. Speaking of which, the Acrodome, so we are getting a bit of food back, but the problem is now we're using a whole lot of water, and we've got about 2 rounds until we run out of water, essentially. The ice mine will be mostly okay, I guess. The power situation is still not all that great, and if we have a look at the worker counts, yeah, we should be, or could have up to 14,000. So that's quite a bit, but we do not have that, of course. Ammunition factory at 41%. These 2 resources are still... Yeah, so everything else... Actually, all the resources are not that far along yet. All things considered. I mean, it could be worse. Go ahead and clear out a bit of the area in here. Maybe get a little bit closer down here. The statistics have slightly less to worry about. And let's, I think, head to the next round right now. Oh, and we're once again on attack in the mountains. The infantry is holding quite nicely in there. Oh, we were the highest bid. Huh. Right, we own 1 share in that maritime trade house then. So we're expanding. 11 more than previous. Okay, so we did expand a little bit, I guess. No more machines. Yeah, that would be using that for the ice mine. Increase 1 profile. Yeah. No, I know. So what's the meritocracy? Oh, right. Staff council. Sure, you'll get appointed. Oh, and there we go. Relations improved drastically. So, I think we're going to keep it as is. Like, it's not ideal, but it'll be good enough. We'll get a bit of things. Right, so we need to get some more meritocracy. So we will help the Mystic Temple. We don't have a huge amount of money, but we do have some. Maritime Trade House expansion quarrels. Within the Apollo's Sea Maritime Trade House, there are elements that want to focus more on expanding the fleet and long-term investment. Supporting these calls so would weaken the current Elder's position. I don't know how good relations we actually have with them right now. We've got 1 share in there. But we can have a look at the report in here. So is that's Maritime Trade Houses. Ah, right, so there's a Pelosi over here. Let's see. Piracy attitude, slightly pro-piracy, okay. Relation is not very high. Everyone else, they've got like a medium. I think we're going to just try to increase relations. The Elder gains some more strength there. Okay, so... Oh, we actually managed to gain some oil now. Good. On the other hand, our situation with the water and all that is still not great. But I suspect if we have a look at the local... Okay, so it's still going to take potentially up to 2 rounds to get that water production going. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but we are now getting a lot more other things out of this. So I think it's alright. And what do we have here? So this is mostly... They got a bit of RPGs in there, okay. Now we got the intel, though. So if we were to do a bit of a range attack, we might be able to deal some damage finally. Oh yeah, there we go. We got a hit at least. That retreated, then we got a second hit. May have forced the enemy to retreat. Oh, there we go. It's all 5. Okay, we got a total of 7. No kills yet, but we are getting more and more intel in there. And over here, we're still holding our ground. Let's just go ahead and extend a little bit down this way. Gonna try to close off so that the... Oh, they were probably just trying to link with that, but they... I don't want them to go up here in the mountains. I want them for myself. I'm going to keep the armored cars over here for the time being. Although, what I suppose I could do is I could just move them in here and encircle this, and then we can use the troops to attack them from multiple directions. But we do need to weaken the enemy, I suppose, a bit further before we'll be able to do that. Reliably, anyway. Right, I'm going to go ahead and move this one. I could move there, but that's a bit risky. I'm just going to move along the border here. Get to there and then pull back into good supply areas. I suppose what we could do is we'll go ahead and get a bit more machinery. So next time we need it, we don't need to worry about it. We could, in theory, build some more troops now. So raise another formation. Let's see, for example... Oh, right, so there is the motorized light infantry, but that would be quite expensive. The ones that we could maybe do would be like another machine gun infantry. Let's see, if we take that one, if we go with the Soldier 3s and the upgraded machine guns, that is going to be... Oh, wow, that is going to be a whole lot of ammo needed. That's probably not going to happen then. If we go with the old machine guns, that's going to be slightly better. If we go with the... Oh, yeah, no, the Soldier 3s are actually better in terms of ammo usage. I'm not going to raise the formation yet. I think that's going to be a bit too expensive. We could go for independent stuff, I suppose. We could get another recon, for example. Or... we could get like a independent motorized machine gun battalion or something. So it'd be 500 machine gunners and 50 trucks. And that would be enough to be a bit of a rapid response force. To just hold the ground for the time being. They're not necessarily quite as good as defending as just a regular independent machine gun. But they would be much more mobile. Of course, what we could do is actually we'll raise one of the machine gun battalions in here. We'll use the better machine guns. Is that... it is a bit more expensive in terms of ammo. But we're going to raise that, and this is going to be basically our troops guarding the capital. So we want a permanent garrison in there, essentially. We'll need to get probably a bit more ammo, by the way. So let's go ahead and, I don't know, we'll get a 500. That'll probably be fine. There's 50 metal and production, so it should be good enough. And then oil, I don't know if we are... Actually, if I look at the items in the zone... Let's see, production. We do actually produce more fuel. We are consuming a little bit of it. But yeah, I believe the stockpile are now increasing. Similarly with the water, we are actually producing... Yeah, we don't have a massive stockpiles in there yet. Consumption is still pretty high overall. And I suppose the ice mine over here is... no, it's not done yet. Alright, let's head to the next round then. Yeah, friend to the south is causing some issues. Instead of closing us in. Oh, there we go. The logistics to the north are now looking much better. And the logistics over here in the east are looking also a lot better. Right, did we have any combats? No. Okay. And then, oh, sabotage and spike. We need to get some more meritocracy, didn't we? So we'll investigate. Difficulty is probably going to be very high.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, critical failure. I arrested and accidentally killed the wrong guy. Probably production penalty of 80%. Oh dear. We got a little bit unrest. Maritime Trade House ship in difficulty. Coast Guards and spy spotted a ship belonging to Apollo C that is in difficulties in our coastal waters. They are requesting our help. Yeah, we'll provide some help. Improve relations with them. Oh, military genius in the 4th Power Peak Mobile Regiment. That was the old name of our thing. So it's the... Oh, it is this one. Wait, was it 4th or 5th? No, it's the 4th. That is the 5th one. So is the 4th one down here? It is. Okay, so we're getting a unit or support unit in there. I'm going to get the intelligence expert. There we go. And I suppose what I could do in the meanwhile, maybe clear out a bit of this area. Could almost get to the howitzer in here. What was that? That gave us the... It's a bit more military resource points. Or bonus points. That wouldn't really be too bad. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. Let's go ahead and clear out this. And then we'll go ahead and do one more round of artillery barrage in here. Maybe this time, now that we've got a bit more intel, we'll be able to perhaps steal some actual damage. I don't know if these are... This is rifle militia. Okay, so it's not really that bad then.
Affirmative.
We've got 4 hits, but no kills. Got the machine guns over here, which are going to be sitting right there. They're not going to move one bit, unless they have to. Well, let's go ahead and move a bit north. Maybe we can get to the electric compounds over here from the rear, because there are still enemies in here. I don't know how much they are, mind you, but we know that there's some. And there we go. So we've got a bit more extension of the border over here. There's so many volcanoes up here. Those can be quite useful for volcanic power and all that, which, you know, would be rather handy. Actually, I do wonder. We don't have the volcano there. We don't even have the volcano over here yet under our control. Let's actually have a look at the reports in terms of, is it diplomacy? Hold on a minute. Faction overview. No, they're not faction. Zones? No. Regimes. Paisanos overview. The war with miners. Oh, right. There's the, 2 rebellions. And the fighting. Peace. They are war with Schwarzbund, which is the northeastern one. So yeah, that's kind of what we expected. They are at peace with Friedbund. And then Friedbund, are you at war? No, you got peace with everyone. And I'm guessing you got... Well, I suppose we don't... Oh, wait, no, that's the... You should be peace with 2 of us and then a war. Right, well, that's understandable, I suppose. How are we doing on the research and all that now? So, ammunition factory is about 2/3 done. Staff castle, we haven't discovered anything yet to research, and that's going to have to wait. Speed machine guns are over halfway done. Artillery is about 1/3 of the way unlocked or researched. The first model. It's only 60mm guns though, so it's not going to be very effective necessarily. But it should be fairly cheap, and we can use that against infantry for the most part. It's going to be basically our light artillery. Then we'll get some heavier, maybe like 105mm, or maybe even 150mm artillery pieces later on. But yeah, so overall, we're in a decent situation. How's the construction down here? Okay, the ice mine will be completed next round. And we're still hiring more workers, not a huge amount of workers, but we're still hiring some. And the population is over 70,000 again, so that's good. There is, of course, this is a rebellion over here, which... Oh, right, so these are the Barapi rebels, of course. Yeah. So as far as we know, which isn't full intel yet, the max is 400, but I think at like 200 or so, you'll basically know almost everything of the enemy units. Well, at least they have full numbers and all that. We do see that the morale is a little bit reduced. The experience is, well, is something. We got some entrenchment. But the entrenchment in the snow is not going to be massive. And I think next round we'll do a group attack over here, and we should be fine. And actually, rather than wait for too long, let's head to the next round. A little movement to our south. Still under attack in the mountains. We didn't kill anything there, but we also didn't lose anything. Hey, Meritocratic got to 71 points, which is more than the 66 we promised. And... Ooh, RPG Infantry Army. Right, well, we haven't researched that yet, but that's going to allow us to have infantry with a lot of RPGs, which could be actually quite handy if we're fighting enemies in the mountains, and if the enemies have, like, a lot of armored stuff and all that. I don't know if the enemies have actually unlocked that yet or not. Right, Policy Speech. Soldier Morale, reach a bit higher. That would give us a bit of... actually, let's have a look. Entertainment. I think that's currently 50 points. So I don't know if we'll have much to improve that with. Number of soldiers of a subject. No, I think we're going to go with the Soldier Morale, actually. It would need to increase by 4 points. The deadline is round 49, and we're currently on... Oh, so we've got 13 rounds for that. Yeah, I think we could probably do that. Because we might actually be getting a bit of a victory over here shortly. This might be a costly attack. We've got the guns, we got some armored cars and all that. We got them surrounded. Admittedly, one of the units is not really going to be all that great with the attack modifier. Oh yeah, the machine gun infantry over there is taking heavy hits. But so is the enemy, actually. I think we might win this. There we go. They surrendered. We did take, let's see. I suppose it's easy to count through here. So we took 400 casualties. Ah, we lost one of the specialists, and then we lost a bit of the staff. So we lost a bit of infantry, and one set of machine guns, and then some motor bikers, or militia bikers, but that's about it. But there we go. That was successful. And I think we can probably take this one a little bit closer. And let's actually go ahead and get the replacement troops. So we need 200 infantry. We need some machine guns, so we'll get a new one of these, I suppose. That should do it. I'm going to have to move back in here to close off that one, and I suppose we'll go ahead and get in here. Get that mounted. Can we actually, just out of curiosity, are there options for us to build in here? There's the... not yet, at least. No, there's the wind traps and a few other things that we could do, but not too much. Okay, we are out of water. We might want to buy some, actually. Let's see, buy water. It'd be fairly cheap. We'll buy, like, I don't know, 500. We could actually probably sell some of the rare earth metals to cover for some of that cost. Actually, we'll just sell as much as we can. There we go. So we're keeping our money okay. We are losing a bit of food, and that might be partially because of the lack of water, but the ice mine is almost done. It just needs to, I think, one more round, and that should be okay. At least I hope so. We can probably bring this one back into here. So we'll have this entire front line again covered for the time being. We know that there is the... That's probably the seals, actually, over there. Now that I think of it. But yeah, so we got the truck station over here. It's not fully employed yet. Yeah, that's having some issues. And I think we might still have some issues... Oh yeah, there was a massive penalty that we got last round, wasn't there? Alright, so that's probably not helping at all. The ammunition factory... Oh, right, yeah. The project point production went down drastically. So we haven't really gotten a lot of the staff council stuff yet. Well, I suppose we did discover one thing already. We haven't picked up a research for it yet. Artillery, right, that's almost halfway done. Propeller engine is 40%. Okay, we're going to go ahead and bring this one back in here somewhere. I think our neighbor has started to just go around. How are we looking on in terms of relations with them? Oh, we've still got good relations. I mean, that's fine. And, of course, we could probably send in the recon down south again. Try to figure out what the heck is going on in there. We'll probably go ahead and move in the guard as well. And then these are going to start head back to the city. We'll probably combine some of these units at this point. Although there might be a little bit of... Actually, transfer... Ah, no, that's no, that's a wrong one anyway. Ah, right, so we can't reduce that too much. Okay, so if we were to change this one then... Oh, no, we can't go... Okay, so that's... Both of these are quite tiny. Eventually we'll probably get rid of a lot of the militia and just have a proper unit. So we'll have much finer control of how things are going. But I do see that we are actually out of time with this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.